There once was a man from Nantucket. His dick was so long he could suck it. One day he sat on his chin and said with a grin, if my ear was a cunt, I would fuck it. Hey there. Hey there, and welcome to episode 16 of PigCake Plus News. Welcome aboard. Welcome ahoy. I don't think they say that. I really don't think they say that. I might be culturally appropriating pirates. I should, however, be culturally appropriating vampires, because that is a subject of our first story, straight out of Six Flags St. Louis. What a town that is. So 6 contestants for a promotion at Six Flags St. Louis will compete for a $300 prize. Now that I realize and read that again, I don't think Six Flags is a city. I just think it's in reference to the Six Flags in St. Louis. Bummer, I should have done a little bit more research. Well, anyways, 6 contestants are going to compete for a $300 prize, season tickets, and other perks. All they have to do is spend 30 hours in a coffin. So contestants are going to get briefly hourly bathroom breaks, but otherwise will remain coffin bound. All who actually complete the challenge will get 2 2019 gold season passes and other park prizes. If more than one makes it to 30 hours, a drawing will determine who gets the $300. One more perk, by the way, is that the successful Coffin Dwellers will get to keep the coffin. Are people retarded? I mean, $300 is $300, but I'm pretty sure there are more productive and lucrative ways to use 30 hours than just staying in a coffin. Even if you're making $12 an hour, if you work 30 hours, that comes up to $360. 60 more than what you would make sleeping in a fucking coffin. And you don't have to be in that coffin for 30 hours straight. God damn. This goes back to that question everybody tends to ask at like the bar or whatever. If you would like suck a dick or get fucked by Mandingo for $1 million. And the answer is always, yes. There's nothing gay about $1 million. And in that case, you would be making $1 million for a couple minutes of work. So why does it matter? So this almost seems like one of those, hey, would you stay in a coffin for 30 hours? Yeah, sure, I do it. How much am I going to make? $300? Yeah, you could suck my dick. $300 is barely an Xbox. Why would I want to stay in a coffin for 30 hours with only a couple bathroom breaks every hour where I'm catatonic, I'm motionless? And even the prizes that are like the remedial prizes are shit. You get a gold season pass for what, Six Flags? What is this, the 90s? Is Backstreet back? God, what a waste. Well, here's a little ditty about Jack and Diane. Online lingerie company Yandy has been called out again over the weekend for its sexy costumes. This time over its collection of sexy Native American and sexy Indian designs that many are calling highly offensive and racist. So this tends to happen every year when it comes close to Halloween, and it seems like we repeat ourselves every single time, with people getting offended, people coming out saying, don't get offended, it's just a costume, and then someone saying, it may just be a costume for you, but for me and my ancestors, it represents our lives and the oppression we faced. And then the person responds, yeah, okay, but it's still just a costume. Same shit happens every single time. I think the problem here is bigger than being racist and offending someone. The problem is that Halloween is a time when all the young Thots and attractive ladies decide to dress out in increasingly slutty ways. And we're taking that away? We're taking away the rights of the ladies because we're afraid to offend someone? I thought this was America. I thought we had freedom. Let the Thots thought. Let them express themselves in whatever culture they want to be, just for one night. It's not about offending. It's about inspiring. Inspiring me to want to bone you. So let's just forget about the offensive or racist aspects and let the Thots thought. Fuck, I've never felt so patriotic. Man, I'm hard with patriotism right now. Thank God this is more of a radio style show and you can't see me, because boy, I would have to censor out my penis. So speaking of Panasia, a college president apologized for a viral video of him drinking from beer bong while tailgating. So a college president has apologized for drinking from a beer bong while tailgating before last Sunday's football game, promising that it will not happen again. Dr. Carlos Vargas, Southeast Missouri State University president, said in a statement to colleagues and students that his actions projected an image he is not proud of. It's not flattering and certainly not expected from the president of Southeast Missouri State University. Why are we such pussies? Who would get offended at this? He's a grown man, well above the legal drinking age, and has to apologize for drinking in a place where drinking is allowed? Yeah, he did it from a beer bong, but he's allowed to. Don't the people that take offense to this drink in their posh dinner parties? What if my culture is offended from glass, huh? What if my culture has been repressed by the white glass maker for generations, and you drinking fucking wine from your wine glass is oppressive to my race? It's fucking dumb. Well, at least in this case, the university seems to be behind him, and he seems to be a president of the people. He's there cheering with the fans instead of watching from one of those luxury boxes. And there's apparently some instances of him helping a student study in the library. I remember the presidents for the university and college that I attended were pretty much shit. I feel they were shit. They were shady, as they all are. I think one of them might have actually been gay too. They kept that on the hush-hush. But it was a rumor going around. Dunkin Donuts is officially dropping donuts. Starting in January, Dunkin Donuts will drop donuts from ads, packages, and signage at new remodeled stores, as well as the social media accounts. So now it's no longer going to be Dunkin Donuts. It's just going to be referred to Dunkin. Dunkin apparently wants to relabel itself as a beverage company focusing on tea and coffee or whatever. And you know what? I'm for it. Dunkin Donuts has one type of donut that's acceptable, and that is the chocolate frosted donut. Some people like Boston cream, and if you do, I can't be your friend. As a matter of fact, I fucking hate you. I used to like it, but then again, I also went through puberty, and I grew up. Liking Boston cream over chocolate frosting is the equivalent of liking Swiss cheese over mozzarella. You have to be some sort of socialist if you like Boston cream. What sucks though is that down here, there aren't enough Dunkins in America's penis, where I'm currently resided. When I last went to New York, there were at least 3 every single block. But down here, there's only 2 within an 8-mile radius. Lots of Pollo Tropicos though. Lots of fucking chicken stores. So that kind of tells you the context and what people seem to want more. Speaking of bad food, Little Xan hospitalized after eating too many flaming hot Cheetos. The Cheetos apparently ripped through the lining of his stomach. What a fucking disaster. This is actually a travesty and should be considered a tragedy. No, not Little Xan going to the hospital. He's as relevant as O-Town. I'm talking about the disgusting, repulsive act that Frito-Lay's has laid upon Cheetos by making them hot. Regular Cheetos is like going to church on Sunday with your hot blonde wife. It's the American dream. Then someone over there with what I have to imagine has some sort of fucking degenerative brain disorder had to make spicy flaming Cheetos and ruin the dream. Is the delicious cheese powder not good enough? Do you really have to go about and ruin the sanctity of Cheetos by adding flaming spices to it? It's disgusting. It's the most disgusting thing to happen on the month of September. Ew. Not a lot of news today. Our final story is actually about a bizarre new trend that sees people pay $800 for shoes made from sponge. And apparently, they're selling fast. Christopher Kane, who turned Crocs into a must-have item last year, you can't see me, but I'm doing air quotes, has now launched a pair of shoes made from what looks like a common kitchen sponge. You really do have to see these shoes. It looks like somebody strapped some sponges to high heels. Is this what happens when we run out of fashion ideas? I also dislike that trend that was pertinent in the female shoe community for a while back when they had shoes on that looked like they were gladiators. I don't know if they had this where you lived. So you would see them at Starbucks looking like they were about to fight a lion while really ordering a fucking macchiato. It's not savage or attractive, and I have to imagine that the tan lines have to be ridiculous. Well, now they're strapping sponges on their shoes. And you know what? They don't have any excuses anymore for not being able to do the dishes. So you take that how you wish. Well, that's it for the news. That's it for episode 16 of PigCake Plus News. What an action-packed, riveting set of tales I give you. Oh boy, if you're not subscribed, if you're not liking this video, if you're not commenting what your favorite type of donut is, then you're missing out you're missing out. I'm going to attempt, by the way, to have these in some sort of MP3 format or audio format where you can listen to it outside of YouTube. I've looked at a couple of different services, but I'm being really cheap, and they all involve an investment, a monthly investment, and I really don't want to do that. So I'm looking into other services, but I'll keep you guys posted. Anyways, you guys should definitely take my advice. When using thumbtacks, make sure that the pointy end is going into the wall. I'm gonna go figure out different ways to use weights to hold down the African American.
See you again when I see you again. 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 When I see you again.